The housing market is undergoing a shift because of higher mortgage rates, but the market's still strong. And if you've been looking to buy a home over the last couple of years and felt it was impossible to do, now may be your opportunity. Hey there, my name's Cosetti, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a top producing real estate agent here in Napa Valley in Solano County. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel. With all the crazy headlines you're seeing and hearing around, I just wanted to spend a couple minutes putting some data back into the conversation and looking at the window of opportunity for home buyers that this has actually created. As always, my information will be posted right here and directly below this video, so please reach out if you have any questions or if there's absolutely anything I can do for you. But for now, let's get into this. So mortgage rates are much higher today than they were at the beginning of the year, and that's had a clear impact on the housing market. As a result, the market's seeing a shift back toward the range of pre-pandemic levels for buyer demand and home sales. But the transaction back towards pre-pandemic levels isn't a bad thing. In fact, the years leading up to the pandemic were some of the best the housing market had ever seen. And that's why, as the market undergoes this shift, it's important to compare today not to the abnormal pandemic years, but to the most recent normal years to show how the current housing market is still strong. Now, higher interest rates are moderating the housing market. The Showing Time Showing Index tracks the traffic of home showings according to agents and brokers, so it's actually a good indication of buyer demand over time. Here's a look at their data going back to 2017. And here's a breakdown of the story that the data tells. The 2017 through early 2020 numbers, shown in gray, give a good baseline of pre-pandemic demand. So the steady up and down trends seen in these years show typical seasonality in the market. Then, the blue on the graph represents the pandemic years. The height of those blue bars indicate home showings skyrocketed during the pandemic. The most recent data, shown in green, indicates buyer demand is moderating back towards pre-pandemic levels. So this shows that buyer demand is coming down from levels seen over the past 2 years, and the frenzy in real estate is easing because of higher mortgage rates. For you, that means buying your next home should actually be less challenging than it would have been during the pandemic because there is more inventory available. Higher interest rates have slowed down the once frenzied pace of home sales, so as mortgage rates started to rise this year, other shifts began to occur too. One additional example is the slowing pace of home sales. Using data from the National Association of Realtors, here's a look at existing home sales going all the way back to 2017. Much like the previous graph, a similar trend emerges. So again, the data paints a picture of the shift. The pre-pandemic years, shown in gray, establish a baseline of the number of existing home sales in more typical years. The pandemic years, shown in blue, exceeded the levels of sales seen in previous years, which is really because low interest rates during that time spurred buyer demand and reached home sales to a new height. This year, shown in green, the market is feeling the impact of higher mortgage rates, and that's moderating buyer demand. And of course, by extension, overall home sales. And that's why the expectations for home sales this year is closer to what the market saw in 2018 to 2019 instead of the pandemic years. So why is all of this good news for you? Both of those factors have opened up a window of opportunity for homeowners looking to move and for buyers looking to purchase a home. As demand moderates and the pace of home sales slows, housing inventory is able to grow, and that gives you more options for your home search. So don't let the headlines about the market cooling down or moderating scare you. The housing market is still strong. It's just easing off from the unsustainable frenzy it saw during the height of the pandemic. And honestly, that's a good thing. It opens up new opportunities for you to find a home that meets your needs, and you can do it without scraping all of your contingencies and putting yourself at risk. So here's the bottom line. The housing market is undergoing a shift because of higher mortgage rates, but the market's still strong. And if you've been looking to buy a home over the last couple of years and felt it was impossible to do, now may be your opportunity. So buying a home right now isn't easy, but there is more opportunity for those who are seriously looking. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel. My name's Cosetti. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to call, text, or email at your convenience, and I hope you have a great day.